Hey guys, what's up? This is Bret, Life on This Planet blog. It's Saturday, September 29th, and I'm here to present you with my weekly playlist and a vinyl update with some recent finds. So let's get started here. First thing is a couple CDs. This one was never available on vinyl, and it's from Jeton Damone. Jeton was a member of the band Christian Death, and most recently a band called the Crystals with her daughter Zara. Jeton's a really good friend of mine. I've known her for a really long time. We've performed together several times. And this is called Am I Wrong? And it was put out on the Hollows Hill label, which was a subsidiary of Triple X, which Jane's Addiction's first album came out on. And I'll show you the CD there. Jeton, just a fantastic vocalist, songwriter, just really cool phrasing on this, and just a great vocal range. So if you're interested in stuff that's kind of darker, but this one has a really pop edge to it, although it's pretty dark and the lyrical content is fairly dark. Jeton is just great. Next up, I regret not picking this up on vinyl when it came out, but I got the 2-disc version, special edition. This is Placebo's Meds, and I think this was their 5th album. This is the one that has the bonus DVD with it. Yeah, it's a 2D set, two-disc set. This is a really cool album. The production on this one, the songs were more concise and just really polished possibly, but really concise. And Michael Stipe from REM has a guest appearance on this one called Broken Promise, and it's probably my least favorite song on the album. But Infrared is great. Piero the Clown, Song to Say Goodbye, really good. Placebo is due for a new album, and their last one, Battle for the Sun, which if you guys have been following my videos, I showed you a box set that I picked up, was a little disappointing. There's some really good tracks on it, but it's just a little, in my opinion, it's just a little bit too long and loses focus a little bit. So Meds is a really good one, and I'm hoping Placebo comes out with a new one that's just kind of a little bit more harkens back to their earlier, a little bit more of a raw sound. Onto the vinyl. This is Andre Segovia, master of classical guitar. This is called Segovia and the Guitar, which was put out on Decca, right there. And I'll show you the cool capital sleeve there. Oops. On the gold Decca label there. For classical guitar, Andre Segovia is the master. And if you noticed, over here to my right, I have another record I pulled out. This is Julian Bream. He's another incredible classical guitar player. This is his greatest hits, which just combines tracks from several of his albums. This is excellent. I play this one all the time. It's actually my brother's. I've borrowed it from him and have yet to give it back to him, and it's going on several years now. So yeah, Andre Segovia. The next one is the latest from the Smashing Pumpkins. This is Oceania, a double LP set here on vinyl with the nice gatefold. There's the back cover there. The artwork on this one and the packaging is just beautiful. The sleeves are in this black 180 gram vinyl, and it's got that nice little serpent there and that nice half red, half black label. So this is the latest Smashing Pumpkins from their previous one was 2007 Zeitgeist, which was good. I've followed Smashing Pumpkins through the years, and I don't think they've put out a bad album. And Billy Corgan definitely gets a lot of flack, but I really appreciate this new album, and he has a whole new band, and I really like a lot of the stuff I've heard on this one. I've listened to it several times. I think Pale Horse is excellent. One Diamond, One Heart, really cool. Yeah, lots of good stuff on this one. All right, I think that's it with my playlist. So what I'm gonna do is show you some of the recent things that I acquired. The first one I want to show is a CD that I got in the mail. It's an advanced copy of a band called All India Radio. They're an Australian band. This is their latest one. This comes out actually, I think it comes out in October. I forgot the exact release date. I'll put a link to it in the description here. But anyways, the guy behind All India Radio is Martin Kennedy, and Martin Kennedy has done a couple collaborations with Steve Kilbey of the Church. They've released a couple albums together, and this is the CD advanced version of it. The artwork is just phenomenal, and it is going to be available on vinyl. Pre-orders are being taken now, and I'll put it on a link to their Bandcamp page where you can order that. But the packaging is just really cool on the CD. The vinyl is just going to look killer, I'm sure. And Martin also threw in a sticker for me, really cool, and postcard with a little note on there. So that's All India Radio. If you guys really are like kind of space rock, Pink Floyd, Twin Peaks-ish, I reviewed the last album called The Silent Surf. I reviewed this one for my blog last year, and this came out I think at the very tail end of 2010. This was the Silent Surf, and I imagine this is still available, but really cool. Got the moon on the label there, 180 gram vinyl. Like I said, I'll put a link to it. Mostly instrumental. Steve Kilbey from the Church makes an appearance, I think, on one track on this one. But I got the one I just showed, which is called Red Shadow Landing. I got this one in the mail, I think it was on Wednesday, and I took it home that night and I listened to it 2 times in a row, and I thought it was really excellent. So definitely check that one out. I'll read you the little blurb on the postcard. It says, All India Radio touch firmly down on planet chill out with their new instrumental album Red Shadow Landing, a cosmic journey through hypnotic chilltronica with echoes of Morricone, Brian Eno, Pink Floyd, and Mogwai. It comes out in October 2012. So check the link out for that. This next one was really cool. It kind of ties into another one, just in a weird kind of way. But I found this package at Half Price Books, and it was inside this little envelope here, and you can see the price was only $6. And what it is it's Blondie's new album, but it came with, because this had a weird release. I don't know if it was in stores or what, but when I looked for it when it came out, it was only available like through Amazon, but so I don't really know. But yeah, there's a magazine in this. I mean, this is like one of those UK $12 magazines, and it has a poster, a huge poster with the I'm not gonna fold it all out, but with the artwork, and then it comes with 6 buttons. It has a postcard set, and then the CD, which is in this really nice book. It's got a little booklet in there. It's called Panic of Girls, and then it has the disc in there as well. Yeah, just really cool packaging. Now, a really strange coincidence is, as I was looking through this book after I bought this, and then what I'm going to show you next, I looked on the back cover here, and you can see this girl with the records. And then if you look really closely, you see that Echo and the Bunnymen record right there. Well, in the same exact store, unknowingly, I actually bought that exact Echo and the Bunnymen record on that same very day in the same store. So yeah, this is a 5-song EP. I think it came out in 1983, 84. It's called the Sound of Echo, or the Never Stop EP, and it's on Sire. But yeah, I thought that was just a really strange coincidence to find that those kind of two things kind of tied in together. But yeah, this is really cool. It's got the cutter on it and rescue and one live track. So yeah, very cool. All right, this next one, I have to thank Gary, Sun Dodger 1 up in Seattle, for his recommendation on this one. He just featured this record on one of his most recent videos. I think it might even have been for my contest. I'm not positive. I don't remember if it was for the closing track on this one or what. But he showed it in his video and he told the backstory on it, and I immediately put it on my list, and when I went out yesterday I looked for it and I was really happy to find it, and that's Marvin Gaye's Hear My Dear. This is from 1978, 2-record set, gatefold. Now, Gary was telling the story about this record, and Marvin Gaye was getting divorced from his first wife, and basically he was out of money just from his lavish lifestyle, from drugs, just all this kind of thing, and had no money really to pay child support, alimony, whatever. And so what he did is, him and his managers, they came up with this plan to give, whether it was half or all the royalties from this album, to his ex-wife as a final payment for that. So he went into the studio to record and just kind of do a throwaway album just to get it done with. And then as he did it, he ended up getting really into it, and it was this sprawling 2 LP set. And if you look at the artwork right there, you can see a man's hand giving a record to a woman there, and it's just filled with symbolism. If you look there, you can see love and marriage, and then on the back, pain and divorce. Previous owner signed this record. At first I picked it up and I was like, oh my god, did Marvin Gaye sign this? But I don't know, I doubt it. And so thank you, Gary, for that recommendation. And this is on the Tamla label. Now, here's a little interesting trivia. I noticed this when I flipped over side 1 and saw that side 4 is on the flip side, and my Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland record is like that as well. And so it got me thinking, you know, is this a misprint? Why do they do that? Because this is the you know, I have a couple records, like I said, that do that, and I did a little research and found out a little tidbit of information as to why side 1 and side 2 aren't on the same record. Well, there used to be automatic record changers that would stack records up, and they would play them in sequence. So if you had side 1, it wouldn't flip the record over. Once it played side 1, it would go to the next record, so you'd have side 2 lined up. Then it would flip it and play it in reverse order, and then side 3, and then it would get back to side 4. And radio DJs would also use, if it was a double album and they were going to play it consecutively, they would have LP1 on one turntable, LP2 on the second one. So then they could, when the last track ended of the first side, they would immediately go to side 2, so they wouldn't have to spend time flipping it over, and then they'd flip that, and then, you know, etc. So that's just something I always wondered about, and then finally found out that information. So hopefully that was of interest to you guys. Here's another a cool find I picked up as well. The artwork on it is just great, and this is Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, or OMD. This is actually looks just like their first album if it's a UK one, but for the US, this combined tracks from their first record and their second one, but it retained the original artwork. And this the big single on this one was Enola Gay. I've listened to this twice since I got it. It's excellent. This is on Epic Virgin, and electronic, really killer melodies, really sparse, kind of dark. And there's a track on here called Statues. Really reminds me of like The Cure's Faith and Electricity. These are just, it's just really good. And you know, and Enola Gay is just incredible. If you've never heard that one, definitely look that up on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. Yeah, if you come across this one, definitely pick it up. Highly recommended. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. OMD. Here's another one from kind of the same era. This one is, I think it's from 81. I could be wrong. Could be 80. But This is a West German actually edition. I didn't even realize that, of Simple Minds, Empires, and Dance. This was their third album. This one is missing the sleeve. You can see Virgin there. Yeah, if you're familiar with Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me, from the Breakfast Club. Their early stuff was very, very experimental, and this album really fits in with that. So it's a definitely. I was commenting with LJ Biosite One about I forgot which artist we were talking about, but just kind of how artist growth, and Simple Minds is a great example of that. Oh, we were talking about Psychedelic Furs because of my Friday on the Turntable and how they started off and where they went to with Mirror Moves. Well, if you compare this with Don't You Forget About Me, it's pretty drastic change. But artists grow and they change and they evolve, and that's the great thing about music and growing up. So yeah, Simple Minds, Empires, and Dance. All right, I think this is the last one I'm going to leave you with today, and I picked this up yesterday, brand new. This is the Ravenettes' new one. This is Observator on Vice Records. Ravenettes, I'm spacing out on this one. I think they're from Sweden. Sorry if that's incorrect. And this, like I said, this is their latest one. The label actually has the artwork on it, just a black, I think it's 180 gram. I really like this band a lot. I have pretty much all their stuff. Their last one, Raven in the Grave, they're pretty prolific. They've been putting out an album like pretty much every year, and last year's Raven in the Grave was like a top 10 record for me. If you're unfamiliar with the sound, when they started out, it was a bit of like a Jesus and Mary Chain kind of garage rock, but with like almost like 1950s kind of melodies. And this one on track 2, the song Observations, it almost has this guitar theme that kind of permeates through the song that reminds me of Give Me Shelter from the Rolling Stones. There's a cool video for the track She Owns the Streets. So definitely check this band out if you're unfamiliar with them. I recommend them a lot. They're a two-piece, and I think this one was recorded in LA if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's the Ravenettes. This is their new one, Observator. It just came out just a few weeks ago. So I think that wraps it up for today. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Unless I post another video in between, possibly I might be doing some contest responses, some threads. But if not, stick around, and I'll be back at you next Friday with a new edition of Friday on the Turntable. So thanks for watching.